It wasn't too long ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that you were teaching all over the world. And I know that you've probably introduced more Western students to India, which is a huge initiation, than just about anybody I know. And I remember there was a point when you were teaching internationally so much, you know, retreats, workshops, teacher trainings, that you let go of your home here in Los Angeles, which, you know, many of us would say that's like first chakra foundation stuff. I remember thinking, wow, that's really brave. What was that like for you?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I was always a bit of a nomad. I started dancing at a young age. I mean, since I was a teenager, I was going up to New York to audition. And I remember when I was 18, I got a job down in the Caribbean. It was like a, you know, it was a Caribbean show at a casino. But I remember I was so young, and I was sad about leaving my family, and the choreographer said, but this is the life of a dancer. You know, you don't get attached to anything, you just keep moving. And I think that was just a deep imprint. And it really wasn't until the pandemic where I actually understood, oh, this is what it's like to be home and have a normal life. It was just what I knew.
So how was it during the pandemic? I mean, you know, that was kind of like the rug was pulled out from under all of us. How did you, what were the changes? How did you pivot?
Well, there was a big change. And luckily at that time, I was with my partner. And I think if I was in my apartment in Beverly Hills, all by myself, it would have been horrendous. But the fact that I was in Silver Lake, we have a cute house, we have an adorable puppy. It was really sweet, actually. And when I first got back in March, I had been dealing with a lot of injuries that I think I acquired from my nervous system being so out of balance.
So when you first came back in 2020,
in
the beginning of the
2020
pandemic.
March,
Okay, so you had a home.
I had a home, and I had a partner, and a dog. So, you know, all of the ingredients. And I think initially, I knew that I really needed it, and I slept a lot. This is actually when I really started doing a lot of the Iyengar method, because it was available on Zoom, and it really translates well over Zoom. And I noticed it healed my body because of the nervous system. I had to move my nervous system into the PNS. And so I think, and also with teaching, we just moved everything on Zoom. So initially I was fine. And it wasn't until the fall when everything started to drag on and just more and more jobs got canceled. Yeah, I think all of us fell into a bit of a depression. And it was around that time, and through the support of Christina, who I know from Urban Ashram in New Zealand, where I decided to pivot and actually start a teacher training school. And that was good because I was in one space, and I realized to start a school, whether it's a virtual school, you have to be there. You have to really infuse your energy in it. And so I think that really kind of took me out of my slump, and it gave me a place to direct my energy.